It's 3:15 this afternoon, right here on TRAXXfm. Our guest is in the studios already. I am the Greenman with you till 8. It is my absolute pleasure to be on Drive Time with you. And our guest today is Mr. Ahmad Shafiq Mirza bin Mansor. Hi and welcome to TRAXXfm, sir.
Hi Green, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. It's a little bit cold outside, rain is down, but it's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, where are you from? Which part of Malaysia are you from?
I'm from Kuala Lumpur.
All right.
In Wang Semaju. This is my kampung.
Right.
So I get used with it, and the advantage is when it's near to my house and my kampung, normally I'm not taking turns into walking into work in this environment,
right,
on the broadcast system.
Correct. Nice. Okay, and who's your favorite football team?
Currently still Barcelona.
Barcelona. No Premier League team?
Premier League, the winners one, which is the Liverpool.
Moment. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations, Liverpool. Okay, You'll never walk alone, huh?
Yeah, we never walk alone.
All right, been in RTM for many years already, sir.
Yes. So I'm already been in RTM since 2007, but I already moved to a variety of departments. Most of my time is on the operation outside broadcast departments.
Outside broadcast.
The TV, and now I'm attached with news and current affairs.
Right, news. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know much about a lot of people behind the scenes at that time.
Yes.
But you're somebody who's very important. You play a crucial role. Yeah.
I try my best to deliver whatever they required.
Correct. RTM News and Current Affairs transforming Malaysia's broadcasting landscape is what we're talking about. Encik Ahmad Shafiq Mirza bin Mansor is our guest. He is the Senior Assistant Director of Technical Facilities, News and Current Affairs in RTM.
Yep.
And like he told us, this is his little bit of a brief history over there. And we're going to be talking about AI today and how that's been slowly brought in, right? When you first started, which department were you in?
I've been attached to Implementation Coordination Unit under Prime Minister office in Putrajaya.
Right.
So during that time, I'm involved in the development of the physical projects, include the broadcast systems.
Right. Were you using a lot of AI back then?
During that time, I don't think so. It's all almost physical and baseband technology, but still a digital platform.
Right.
But towards this era, AI is overcome with the current technologies. So that's why what we will discuss about today.
Correct. Yeah. Indispensable now. Cannot do without it. Yeah.
Yeah. We live with AI.
Correct. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know sometimes, like in our daily lives, right? What are some of the main things that we come across that are you all using AI?
Yeah, that's why it's actually AI is an enhancement of an automation, and then before that we have some standard operating procedure or a schedule. It doesn't mean that it implement to our work life, but it's implement also in our normal life. So it means that by 7 morning, what we should do next, what we should do next, what we put a priority on that. So towards that, it become automation. So we can program our dishes, our washing machine, and everything. And towards after that, now AI is coming into our action. If let's say they know this afternoon there will be a sunny day, then the washing machine is automatically on during ahead 1 or 2 hours before. On automation, we doesn't know about it. But if it's a rainy day, so they will delay the washing machine. This is the simple example of how AI been implemented from a normal operating procedures that we also deploy, and towards the automation, and next AI helping us in terms of decision making.
Is that going to make us lazy and forgive the word, but are we going to become not so smart anymore? Huh?
It's not a lazy terms that we should use, but actually it's facilitate us in terms of giving a more effective in terms of time management. So if let's say we waste our time waiting for something that we doesn't know, or we care of, but suddenly it's different things happen because we lack of resources. So that's how AI is helping us in terms of the decision making. But on the other terms, AI just helping us in terms of giving suggestion. But in terms of decision making, it's still human being need to be interact to those equipments or to those services.
Right. So has AI changed a lot? Like in the past, from the time when we started realizing that we need to use a lot of AI, and then how fast has it been moving? How fast has it been changing?
Dramatically, as you know, today as our normal behavior, since it's also deployed or been equipped with our mobile phone. So AI is being given as a very fast moving in terms of changing our behavior
Right.
as a normal being. So as you know, it depends on how they want to adapt the AI features in our life. But they also some other what we call it sign or in other thought, which is AI sometimes giving us too much information. So you can't focus of any specific output that you required during that time. And also the AI also give us too many options. So you will confuse in terms of decision making. So it depends on how you manage the AI. For example, when we want to travel from office to here, we want to take a best route. AI is come into intervention to helping us making a decision making. But still, it depends on us, human behavior and human interaction with the human.
Right, and it's something that's not, we can't do without already, yeah?
Yeah, at this point, it's already adapt in our lifestyle. So either we agreed or disagreed or afraid towards AI, but now we need it.
Correct. And if you don't get yourself in tune with it, you're gonna be left behind.
Yes, of course.
For sure. Yeah. And especially like youngsters,
young teenagers, yeah.
They have to get into it.
Yes.
As much as parents say like, "Oh, I want you to do some exercise, go outside and play some games and all that," but it's very important. They got to have a balance.
Yes.
Correct?
Of course, yes.
Okay, our guest in the studios is Ahmad Shafiq Mirza bin Mansor. He's the Senior Assistant Director of Technical Facilities, News and Current Affairs for RTM.
Yep.
And we're talking about AI on the airwaves, RTM News and Current Affairs transforming Malaysia's broadcasting landscape. Achoo! Is our producer.
Yeah.
And she's got all these questions for you over here. If you don't like the questions, you just, you can just throw it. You can throw the pen at her.
Yeah, okay.
All right? Okay. So how is AI currently being implemented in RTM's newsroom operations?
Okay, this is one of the innovation that we've been implement to since a few years ago. So we can see that AI not only helping us as a human being, it also can help in terms of efficiency of our information delivery, especially on news and current affair. So as for now, news, one of the critical thing in news is in terms of getting the right sound of tape, which is the right words that been given towards any content or any in interviews or any public speech. So AI is helping us in terms of transcribing all the information, and we can go specifically any words that required during that time. Let's say, for example, during a budget speech. So the duration is quite long. It's about 3 hours, long speech. So that's why journalists use AI in terms of transcribing, and they can go specifically to which area they want to make those content as a news content. So they don't waste the time in terms of previewing from the 0000 time until the end of the speech. So once you've been transcribe all the information, and the transcription can done as part of a live content. So the content can be ready as almost any time the speech end. So it can be published to either on air through televisions, radios, and also our portal in news.
Correct. And now AI, they even have like AI that can even change the language for you.
Yes.
So I mean, if you want to speak in Mexican, for example, you can even have.
Yes. We have those tools, and it's normally been deployed during our public service announcement. So it's our native language. We have Malay, Tamil, Mandarin, and also Chinese. Malay, Mandarin, Chinese, Tamil, and also English. So we just make one master content, which is dominant by Malay editorial. So from that, we use AI to translate, transcribing, and also get the right content towards a new content. So they don't need a full team of members to reproduce the new content. Just a matter of we already have the one hard approved content by the editorial. So it really helped us in terms of expedite the process of news delivery.
At much faster, isn't it now?
Faster, yeah.
Right. Okay. So so that's how. What else is being implemented in the newsroom besides that?
Okay. At this moment, we also use AI in terms of helping us make a new content, especially on the Mandarin language. Mandarin news have been used widely in terms of helping managing the content, and also as a presenter in our Mandarin news platform in evening session. So how we do that? So it means that, for example, we have the original content in Malay language, but if you know, once we translate into the other language, the duration is different. So maybe the Malay language is take about 1.5 minutes for each content, but once we translate it, it become 1 minute only. So a few content have been scrapped out because of the translation.
Right.
So AI is helping us in terms of managing those content to be expand to be specific time that required.
Okay, saves a lot.
Without you're thinking a lot, and might be you get the approved content quite late compared to whatever you want to publish, or the time that slot that required for the time the news bulletin. So the AI help us in terms of rephrase those content to needs the time requirement for the news, using the specific right words. And if they say during the content it's been merged to the other content, it also can relate between the first content to the content that we need to be published during that time. That's how there is another the style or the how we implement AI in our newsroom at this moment.
So one person can do the job, isn't it?
Yes, one person, but still we need a gatekeeper for it.
All right.
So whatever been generated by AI, maybe I still enforce it as a suggestion to us, but in terms of decision making, is back to us to.
So you will still go through
to decide
to make sure.
Yeah, to make sure. Sometimes we had an example. I got a lot of example because we widely use Mandarin news to implement AI. For example, races of Chinese and also Chinese as a state. So we in our normal words might be or normal conversation, it might be using the same words, and we will understand if it is a phrase. So that's why AI will give a suggestion on that, but human being or editorial need to be rearrange those words to make sure the information that been delivered correctly.
Do you think that AI is going to catch up soon and be able to do all that now by itself without you having to check or to proofread afterwards?
Yes, but no. Okay. It means that we have a part of this our system that been developed and been used in news and current affair. There is a term using machine learning. Although they keep understand how our behavior in terms of using AI towards our operational workflow, but the information is keep changing. So that's why the gatekeeper also need to be catch up with our current workflow, current requirement, current words being used. So although they have machine learning to be a part of expedite to understand more of our system, but still the human intervention still relevant in our existing workflow.
Right. So AI is like a little baby. You still have to take care of it.
We need to take care of it.
Right. But it assists you in so many ways. Like you said, it can make your job so easy. Otherwise, back then, you probably have to find I don't know how many people to do the job that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then we humans have got to go through all kinds of things. Maybe traffic jam. Maybe so your news will be delayed.
Yeah.
And all that. So now you can, in keeping with RTM's theme and what they want to do for people every time, news on the dot and proper, right?
And I think it's one of the best part is the current situation in information delivery. People are need to have a short videos or short news. Compare is dragging to a content which take about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes. So if you got lesser content, means you will be underrun in terms of news production. So with AI, they helping us in terms of managing. Although we have a short content, we can expedite or enhance which is the most the critical content need to be highlight more, or which we can put it as a compilation of news. So the numbers of news still a big numbers, but still we know which one is having the what we call it the need to be highlight compared to the other supporting news during upon the production duration that we required.
Right. It has really come a long way, and even in songwriting, I'm amazed that song.
Yeah, also it's a songwriting.
It's is that going to make song lyricists and all that? Are they going to be without job or what soon?
No,
music composers.
I don't think so, because as you know, although AI can make something happen, but it's depend on the human to do the prompt. So it means the thinking part, the first layer of thinking is done by the human being. So if we manage to get the right prompts to the AI, so it will be really helping us in terms of getting what we desire or what kind of objective that we require. But if let's say we don't have any specific ideas, we don't have any specific talents towards whatever that we want to make or we want to what we want to expect. So it's nothing much helping in terms of our operational. So that's why it's depend on the human to make the right proper prompt to get the right proper result.
Right.
Yes.
So if it's like, I play a song like Sweet Child of Mine.
Yes.
And then I say I wanted to make it into
Traditional.
Malaysian traditional, right?
Yeah.
And then, it would come up with that and I'll say like, put some chords over there.
But you are the one that giving
I'm
those
the one
ideas.
still. But do you think that one day this AI is going to try and be like smart and think like, I think I know this guy and I think I know what he's thinking like. And I think this is what he wants.
In my point of view, it might study our behavior in terms of daily activities. But still, human is the best. Human is the best object or is the best thing that been created.
Right.
So as you know, although they can study our behavior, they can study our pattern, our daily life and everything. But sometimes we are versatile. We have mood. We have emotions,
right?
So that's how. Maybe it's a routine. They can give a suggestion, but if let's say we require something new, so AI doesn't know what are you thinking.
It doesn't have emotions yet, right?
This doesn't have any emotion yet.
It's scary too, but we'll get into that later on. Huh?
Okay.
So what challenges has RTM faced when integrating AI technology into traditional broadcasting workflow?
Yes, when we talk about AI and we search in Google's or we do some fact finding, normally AI gives one perspective, which is replacing the current operation or the current works. So jobs might be been taken by AI, but this is one of the challenge. Actually, we are increasing the number of content, especially on the news and current affair. We are not replacing any human being. So, but we are migrating the current operation to be adjust as what is need for future requirement in terms of content production and delivery. So, as I mentioned before, most of the AI will helping us in terms of do some tasks, but actually human being need to be at the first end, which is doing the prompt, and the last end, which is in terms of gatekeeping. So we will utilize those human beings to be that two tasks. But the other side of good news is once it been adapted into our operation workflow, so people are not scared to using the AI, but they kind of happy using that. But still back to the challenge is if they not try it yet, so they have a different perspective on it because of the internet.
Okay.
Or maybe on the social media.
Okay.
But once you have explored it and you have utilized it, you'll be happy about it.
Right. So you're saying that people are not, you're not losing their jobs yet here at RTM, but maybe some other places they are. But here at RTM, so you're giving them a different job responsibility.
Yes, we're giving a different job responsibility with their expertise, with their experience. So we highlight what are the capabilities of AI, what we need for the human being as a human intervention to the system.
Right.
So nobody will be replaced, nobody will be left out behind, but still we need to adapt to the new situation.
Correct.
Yes.
So what kind of people, with what qualifications are you looking for nowadays?
Okay. As what AI technology been done, we have different approach from the other broadcasters. Normally, broadcasters is hire all the content information towards open source or outsiders. But here we are developing by ourselves. We're developing the workflow itself. We are converting all the requirements towards our existing workflow. And in the same time, we also develop our own style of machine learning. So that's why we say the requirement is depend on the situation itself. You still require communication skills. You still require some basic computer operational skills. But it's not the thing that you required as an expert. So AI will helping you to give some new experience, and later on you will be getting more knowledge, more experience, and your layer of information also been more huge. So it's still the same, but you need to add on to get familiar with the computer system and communications.
Okay. How does AI help RTM serve Malaysia's diverse multilingual audience? You touched on that earlier a
Yeah,
bit.
I touched already on that.
Okay. What safeguards has RTM implemented to prevent AI-related misinformation or bias in news reporting? Aha!
Okay, as you know, our current minister also have introduced sebenarnya.my as a part of the thing that AI helping us in terms of verify all the contents, but still the gist or the behind the scene of all the system is a human being, which is the editorial been converted into a gatekeeper and do some verification with the specific fact with the other agency or the other material, not totally depend on the social media or the other on net. So that's why to prevent or to control it, sometimes we can expedite the process because we have AI, but in terms of get the right fact, so we still require a human to get in touch with the specific ministry or the specific information content, and then verify it before we do the publication through whatever platform that we require.
Correct. Same like what we do in radio. Huh? We have to go through multiple sources before we open our mouth and say this happened here and this open. Otherwise, our boss who's sitting in that room over there will, come after us with a chair.
What do you say that?
Okay, so we're going to take a short break. We're going to go to a song. Our guest in the studios today is talking to us about AI, especially in broadcast. He is Encik Ahmad Shafiq Mirza bin Mansor, Senior Assistant Director, Technical Facilities, News and Current Affairs, RTM. So stand by. We'll be right back. Good afternoon. It's drive time on TRAXXfm. We're 39 minutes past 3. Our guest in the studios this afternoon is Mr. Ahmad Shafiq Mirza bin Mansor. He's the Senior Assistant Director of Technical Facilities, News and Current Affairs in RTM. And we'd like to welcome you back once again.
Thank you, Green.
Thank you for being here, sir.
Yes.
All right. So someone asked on TikTok, I think it was Najib, who talked about, will DJs be replaced by AI? No, I don't know if he's waiting for it to happen or or if he's asking or if he will be sad if we're gone.
Okay, so as I mentioned, talent is not being the thing that need to be replaced. So as you know, the conversation it need to be like us now today. It's about how we want to feel the emotion, because we doesn't see who are listening to us, who are view on us, because we are broadcasting. We are not video conferencing, or we are not in the meetings. So that's why it's depend on the situation, which is DJ need to be what we call it to be an open conversation. And sometimes if let's say there is some situation happen in our nation, so it must go through towards the right emotion to deliver any information as part of the DJ works. So you can't be replaced with a machine, because machine is a stagnant emotion. But for news, might be it can help us in terms of giving the hard fact, such as for traffic information, weather information. That one is okay. But if you, let's say you talk for more than 10 minutes, if I just assume more than 10 minutes, so you need to be rhythmic in terms of how you do the presentations, because we cannot hear all the constant emotions or constant audio. In technical, sorry, it's a monotone. So it's not something that we love to hear and we like to hear. That's why DJ, I don't think it will be replaced. But how DJ can be more effective in terms of their content. So how they can communicate more in terms of, now people are getting, it's more easy to getting all the information. They have TikTok, they have Facebook, they have Wikipedia, we have Google, and do all the fact finding. So that's how DJ can help in terms of consolidating all the information, and he can give their point of view as a human being, as a specific expertise, or they can also use it as a getting the gap between the professional perspective and also public perspective.
Right.
So you are the engager.
Thank you. Boss, you heard that?
Yeah. Don't worry about
you
it.
heard that, right? DJs cannot be replaced.
This cannot be replaced. I'm not sure for that.
Yeehaw. Okay, another question from our listeners. Has AI been used to select playlists or songs that can be played on air?
Yes.
Or can it be done? Of course it can, yeah?
So I just put some
double E.
No one can replace me.
Yes, of course.
There's only one. There's only one.
Yeah, one and only.
That was our AI, double D.
Yeah. Okay, back to the question. So yes, in terms of song selection, in terms of playlist, this is the terms that AI can really help you in terms of managing the time duration of your airtime, and to get the right mood during the right
even to the genre, I suppose.
The genre.
Yes.
So let's say during the evening time, AI can help us in terms of your audience, because we have the TikTok, we have the live. So what kind of range songs that you require to be put in your playlist? But still, you need to decide either is it the right songs, or they can suggest 30, but you can choose within 15, but manage it within 30 minutes. 1 hour. So it's how AI will help us in terms of managing workflow.
Right. I think the day when it decides to be smart, like we watch movies,
Yes.
We watch movies, and you know how it becomes like, we are like the person who just puts everything there, and then it decides that it's smarter than us.
Yes.
It knows everything.
Yeah.
And then do you think it's going to take over?
No. That's why I say it, because they give you even the text or the questionnaire that been discussed today is generated by AI. So from there, but still in our conversation, we put it as a guideline, but we doesn't need to put everything on air.
Correct.
So it depends on the situation. Either we are comfortable with the situation, we have enough time to discuss about it. So that's how AI will help us in terms of get to our content to be more specific, to be more rich, and It also depends on the audience. So if the audience like to discuss more to the other side of AI, so we can through towards whatever that required.
Right, and that's why it assists us and it'll help us.
Yeah, it's an assistance.
Right,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be taking our job.
Yeah, it's not.
All
Of
right.
course.
Okay, so now, how is RTM using AI to improve audience engagement while fulfilling its public service mandate?
Okay, that's one that we put into consideration in terms of especially using the right words to a right audience. So let's say that's why AI, we can have some thought, but sometimes AI us as a human being, we are reflect to our emotion. This is the other side of AI that can help us in terms of preparing some scripts, preparing some content. So let's say we require to swing our emotion, our moods. So sometimes we able to manage it, but sometimes it's also quite hard for us. So that's how AI in terms of managing the right words, the right phrase, the right information, it will suggest to us to make sure the information delivery can be required as what to be here or to be viewed by the audience. So it's the thing that what we call it AI in terms of managing the content. So they can give you, if you an excited emotion, this is how the words need to be used. If you are in calm emotion, this is another layer of phrase that we need to use. But still, the core information is still there. So that's how we managing the content before we do the publication.
Correct, and I don't think we don't have to worry, right? Sometimes, like when it comes to people, if we're not in the mood for that day, sometimes we just can't find the words.
Yes, yeah.
So if you use
AI
a
will help
human,
us.
right?
Yes.
So you know, AI helps, yeah.
Yep.
On some days, and you can't remember things, you can't do this, but
Yes.
that's where it comes in. And it's an assistant,
It's an assistance.
right? Fantastic. Okay, what role does AI play in RTM's disaster reporting and emergency information dissemination?
Okay, so this is the thing that we are exploring at this moment. So besides we use AI in our news and current affair productions, now we are enhance our services to get more details. Especially on the previous month, we have an earthquake in Myanmar and also Thailand, and maybe we also might having some other disasters in terms of disasters within, not even in Malaysia, but still is helping. Is information we need to deliver to the public. So how AI is helping us in terms of managing it. So it will integrated directly towards the wire services that we subscribe, and in the same time we also help AI in terms of managing the content to be visualized. So visualize in terms of creating the new picture, the new videos. So to make sure people can easily understand what is actually happened and how it works and how to manage it during that time. So that's how AI is helping us in terms of disaster information to the public. So
Right.
that's what we are exploring right now.
Correct. And how is RTM balancing the cost of AI implementation in its public funding responsibilities? Yo!
Yeah, when relate to
Those
cost,
questions, I tell you.
they ask almost everything, you know. Okay, so
Just ask you about your bank account. After
yeah. So as you know, AI is a something new technology. As you know, once we exploring new technology, it will relate to cost, fund, and also are we willing to invest that numbers of amount. So that's why it's a unique factor for us, because we are not totally depend on the outsiders or the third party to develop our own AI. We are developing in-house, and we engaging also with Asia Pacific Broadcast Union, is NGOs. So within that, they can help us in terms of managing the right solution, especially on the broadcasters. So as you know, once we go to on market or on the open market, they say all the facilities or all the services are very good, but actually the right experience with the other broadcaster, so helping us in terms of making the decision which one or which solution that we will need to deploy during that time. So it's still manageable, and we justify about it, and we do it by phase. So we're not totally dependent on AI services is a part of attachment AI services to our current workflow, and our focus is on enhancing our product services and information delivery to the public.
Right. Okay. And looking ahead for what's next for AI implementation at RTM, and how might it transform news and current affairs broadcasting in Malaysia? What are you looking forward to? What are you excited about?
Okay, now as you know, disaster is part of the thing that we are exploring, but in terms of information delivery to the public, we also try to engage with the disabilities. So disabilities, in my point of view, they also have rights in terms of enhancing what AI can help in terms of to understand more on what we are creating, especially on the visual and also audio content. So in terms, for example, for the sign language, there might be an avatar for that. So now we are focusing on one new major news, which is the national news. We have the sign language, but on the other parts, it might be enhanced to the other services, especially for news, public service announcement, and to the other content that been created by RTM itself. So we don't want all the disabilities to left behind. So AI will helping us in terms of engage with them, trying to get them and give them those information. Also, their numbers is very small.
Right. And you just got back from Japan, and what were you
Yes.
doing? What were you doing in Japan? Busybody, DJ.
Yeah, it's okay. So actually, as you know, AI is although we say it is quite new in our broadcast industries, but actually we are one of the pioneer in the broadcast industries. So that's why not even Japan, last week in CCBN China also give us opportunity to give our thought what is actually happen when you deploy AI as a public broadcasters. So we just share our thought, the limitation, the challenge that we have, that what we discussed before. So they want to know, because they don't want to they know already what capabilities and technologies can be done, but when it implement to the actual situation, what are the real challenge that we're facing.
Right.
So that's how they call us, they find us, and they try to get some information, and within that we also can get some information from them also.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the good things about AI, and what are the bad things about AI? Well, in a gist.
In the gist, okay. AI is already a part of our life. So either we want to utilize it and get benefit from it, or you will get left behind. So if you know how to use AI, you can get all the beneficial from it. And the bad things of AI, when you too depend on the AI, and AI also depend on the internet access. But suddenly, for example, your phone broken or your battery is dead, so you need to know what to do. So you can't, or else you just stand alone or sit and waiting for the battery to be up. Or you doesn't have anything to do. But that's why it's part of our life. Although they helping us, we need to have some layer of managing our life. So not to depend on the AI, not to depend on the smartphone, not depend on the internet, but give some ample time,
right,
to us to manage our time.
Correct. You know, how many phone numbers can you remember now?
Yeah, that's right. None. We save it by the name that they save.
Correct. When we were growing up, you remember 20 to 30 numbers at least. You have all those numbers in your head, right? But now you can't remember any numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add on, sir?
Okay. Just to quick info. So AI is a new technology that been deployed. And also AI is also can be beneficial to us, and also can be threatened to us. So it's depend on us how we want to manage it. And every person, or especially on the organization, we have multi layers of age. So we doesn't expect that everybody can understand AI or engaging with the AI. But still, as a conclusion, AI is just part of intervention from the current operation that we already designed, and then it's enhanced to automation system. AI just helping us in terms of suggesting for the decision making. That's all.
Right.
It's not very new, sophisticated technology. It's just a matter of development of engaging the workflow to be more effective for us.
And for like people who are scamming, right? How far have they gotten with AI? I mean, what are the things they can do with AI to make it look realistic?
Yeah, that's why it's depend on the situation where maybe during that time scammers also get benefit with the AI, but it's back to us, because if we too depends on the AI result or AI content that been produced by the AI, so they can give us a threat, but in the same time we need to have some layer of check and balance. So not totally depend on the scam. For example, the scammer, they also been innovate.
Correct.
Towards AI features also been innovate. But as a human being, we need to get back to the origin, the source, which is the correct source, which the scams, or which is the information that we need to trust. So it's developing each other.
Correct. Well, I'm looking forward to the future of AI in RTM.
Yes.
And we'll be seeing you and thanking you for a lot of the things that are happening as well.
Thank you very much.
And our guest in the studios today, Ahmad, Shafiq, Mirza bin Mansor, Senior Assistant Director of Technical Facilities, News and Current Affairs at RTM.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you, Green. Thank you, Achu. And thank you all my friends here.
There you go. Achu and Valerie.
Valerie.